Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. Today in this video we are going to see how to add VBOUT users in Google Sheets. So I am using VBOUT to manage my leads, and here my objective is that whenever a new user will join VBOUT, then automatically the details of that user would be added in my Google Sheets. And for that I am simply going to create a connection between VBOUT and Google Sheets in such a way so that whenever a new user will join VBOUT, then automatically we will get the contact details of that user by email, and the details of that user would be added in my Google Sheets. To learn this process step by step, follow me through the screen. In this video, we are going to see how to add VBOUT users in Google Sheets automatically, and for that we are going to use Pabbly Connect, which will help us to automate this entire process. So this is the landing page of this software, and to directly reach out to this landing page you can search for www.pabbly.com/connect, and as you can see over here that on my right hand side there are two options, sign in and sign up free. If you are an existing user, then simply click on sign in. But if you are a new user, then please click on this tab sign up free. It won't take more than 2 minutes, and yes, you will also get 100 free tasks every month. So I'm simply going to click on sign in as I am an existing user. And here we have reached all Pabbly application page. Now let's click on access now for Pabbly Connect. And here we have reached the dashboard of this application, and if you want to create a new folder, then simply click on this plus icon over here and create a new folder. And now again on the right hand side you can see a tab named as create workflow. Let's click on this, and here a dialog box has appeared which is asking us to name the workflow. So I am going to name my workflow as add VBOUT users in Google Sheets. Here as you can see that we have to select a folder, and for that I'm going to click on this drop down over here, and here you will find all the folders which you have created earlier. So I'm simply going to select VBOUT to Google Sheets, and now let's click on create. So as I do that, here we have reached another window which has got us to extremely important events. First is trigger and second is action. Trigger is when this happens and action is do this. Basically, action here is the response of your trigger application. Now my trigger application is going to be VBOUT. Let's click on this. And now we have to select a trigger event. This is the event which will make your workflow start. Let's click on this. And here I'm going to select new user join to a list. And it will trigger whenever a new user will join our list. So let's select this. As you can see over here that we have received a webhook URL which will act as a bridge between VBOUT account and our Pabbly Connect account. And given below here are the steps to set up this webhook URL. And now I'm firstly going to copy this webhook URL from here. And now let me take you to my VBOUT account. So this is the dashboard of this application. So here we have to go to automation. And here in automations, I'm going to create a new automation by simply clicking on this tab over here, create automation. And after that, I'm firstly going to name this automation as testing. And now I'm going to click on save. And now we have to set up our triggers and actions to start this automation. And now to set up my trigger, I'm going to drag and drop joined under the contact section. And it says need configuration. And for that, I'm going to double click on this. And here in trigger criteria, we have to select our target list. And for that, I'm going to click on this. And after that, I'm going to select my list as integration. And after that, I'm going to click on save configuration. And we have successfully set up our trigger. And now to set up my action, I'm going to click on this actions over here. And this is the list of actions. And from the list of actions, I'm going to drag and drop sync to third party over here. And now to set up my action, I'm going to double click on this as well. And after that, I'm going to click on webhook. And here we have to enter the webhook URL which we have received through Pabbly Connect. So I'm simply going to paste that webhook URL over here. And after that, I'm going to click on save configuration. And we have successfully set up our action as well. Now I'm going to connect my trigger and action together. And we have successfully connected trigger and actions. Now I'm going to click on options in the top right corner over here. And after that, I'm going to click on save. And we have successfully saved our automation over here. I'm going to click on continue, and after that I'm again going to click on options, and then I'm going to click on publish. Now let's go back to our Pabbly Connect account. And now as you can see over here that it says waiting for webhook response, and there is a note as well. Webhook response will take more than 2 minutes to reflect. And now let's do a test submission. So this is the form which I've created, and it says the integration form which I've selected earlier as well. And now I'm going to do a test submission, and for that I'm going to enter all the dummy details over here. So I have entered all the dummy details over here. The first name is Smart, the last name is Lead, email address is smartlead@pabblytudes.com, and the phone number is this. Now I'm simply going to click on submit. And we have successfully submitted our form. Let's go back to our Pabbly Connect account and check whether we have received a response or not. And we have to wait for at least 2 minutes to receive a response. So as you can see over here that we have successfully received a response. The email address is smartlead@pabblytudes.com and the phone number is this, which means we have successfully set up our trigger application. But if you will notice that we haven't received the full contact details, and now to fetch the contact details, I'm going to take my action application as VBOUT again. Let's select this. And after that, we have to select an action event. Let's click on this. And here you will find various action events, but I'm simply going to select get contact by email. I have selected my action event as get contact by email, as it will help us to get contact details by email address which we have received in the previous response. Now let's click on connect. And now to connect our VBOUT account with our Pabbly Connect account, we need to set up a connection. For that, I'm simply going to select add new connection. But if you have an existing connection, please select existing connection. Now to add a new connection, here we have to enter the API user key. And given over here are the steps to find this API user key. So let me take you to my VBOUT account. And here in VBOUT account, I'm going to click on the profile icon on the top right corner. And after that, I'm going to click on settings. And here in settings, you will find API integrations. So this is the API user key over here. Now I'm simply going to copy this API user key from here, and after that I'm going to paste it over here in my Pabbly Connect account. So as I've entered the required details to add a new connection, now I'm simply going to click on save. And we have successfully connected our VBOUT account with our Pabbly Connect account. Now let's move ahead. Here we have to select a list ID. So as I've selected my list ID as integration while setting up my trigger application, so I'm going to select integration here as well. Here we have to enter the email address which is required, and for that I'm going to use a method called as mapping. Basically, mapping means to insert the data from the previous steps. So I'm going to map the email address from the previous response which I've received through VBOUT, and the email address is smartlead@pabblytudes.com. Now I'm going to click on save and send test request. And now as you can see over here that we have successfully received a response, and we have fetched the contact details as well. The first name is Smart, the last name is Lead, email address is smartlead@pabblytudes.com, and the phone number is this. Now I'm going to add another action step by clicking on this plus icon over here. And my another action step is going to be Google Sheets. And here we have to select an action event. Let's click on this. And here you will find various action events, but I'm simply going to select add new row. So I have selected my action application as Google Sheets, as my objective is to add VBOUT user details in Google Sheets. And now I'm simply going to click on connect. And now to connect our Google Sheets account with our Pabbly Connect account, we need to set up a connection. For that, I'm simply going to select add new connection. But if you have an existing connection, please select existing connection. Now to add a new connection, I'm going to click on sign in with Google. And after that, I'm going to select my account and then allow all the authentications. And we have successfully connected our Google Sheets account with our Pabbly Connect account. Now let's move ahead. Here we have to select a spreadsheet, and as I've named my spreadsheet as user details, so I'm simply going to select user details over here. And because I have a single sheet only, so it would be selected automatically. And as soon as the sheet would be selected, here whatever the columns I have created will be fetched and will be visible as fields. So as you can see over here that the visible fields are first name, last name, email address and the cell phone. And I have created the exact same column in my Google Sheets, which is first name, last name, email and cell phone. And now to enter all these details, I'm going to map these details from the previous response which we have received through VBOUT. And the first name is Smart, the last name is Lead, the email address is smartlead@pabblytudes.com, and the cell phone is this. So as I've entered all the required details, now I'm simply going to click on save and send test request. So as you can see over here that we have received a positive response. Now let's go to our Google Sheets and check whether we have added a row or not. So as you can see over here that we have successfully added a row in Google Sheets with the user details, and the first name is Smart, the last name is Lead, email address is smartlead@pabblytudes.com, and the cell phone is this. Which means we have successfully connected our VBOUT account with our Google Sheets with the help of Pabbly Connect. And now let's go back to our VBOUT account. So as you can see over here that I have successfully added a user in my VBOUT account on the email address smartlead@pabblytudes.com, and this is the phone number. And I have added the same user details in my Google Sheets, which is smartlead, and this is the phone number. So let's go back to our Pabbly Connect account. So as we have successfully set up our trigger and action applications and it was a successful workflow, so let's summarize this quickly. Here my trigger application is VBOUT and my trigger event is new user joined to a list. Here my action application is VBOUT and my action event is get contact by email. Here my another action application is Google Sheets, and here my action event is add new row. And if you also want to add VBOUT users in Google Sheets, then simply follow this workflow step by step. Hope this video was a helpful one. Thanks for watching.
Not only these applications, but you can integrate many other applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. If you have any doubt, then you can reach out to us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any query, then you can reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com. If you want to ask any pricing related issue, then you can directly reach out to us at this website. And if you find this video helpful in any way, then do not forget to share it with your friends, and please subscribe to our channel to learn more such automations.